broadcasting live from our studio in Appleton, Wisconsin. You're tuned into Fox Cities Core on WCZR Code Zero Radio. We're the show that gives you an opportunity to call in and be a part of the show. Our call-in line is 920-358-0795. Core. How are you surviving the heat so far, Frank?
Oh, I love it. I grew up in heat. I grew up in the Philippines.
Philippines, yeah.
So, no, I have no problem. None.
You commented how only you would dress in black
on the hottest day of the year. Yeah, sure.
Well, thank you for coming here and right at the end of the
But I brought a special guest.
Let's see. Who's the special guest?
She does not like the heat at all. And I don't have air conditioner. This is Cece.
Cece.
My son's dog. I'm babysitting, by the way.
Did Oliver name Cece after Cece DeVille, the guitar player for Poison?
No, it's just a cute girl name.
How old is Cece?
Cece's 8 years old. No, 9 years old, I think. Yeah.
So Cece's not a spring chicken anymore.
No, and we've all grown accustomed. She's a rescue dog, and we've all grown accustomed to her. Right.
She's very, very well behaved.
She is. She's wonderful. But she also knows the route I took to get here is near McDonald's. So
that's a word you can't say around Cece?
No.
It's funny because there's like words that dogs understand, like I don't want to say any of the wrong ones, but like MAIL. Sometimes they want to go for walks for that, and sometimes I know if somebody's got a dog that you can't say CHEESE around.
No, they're smarter than they let on. And they have those eyes that dig into you. Yeah.
So, Frank, you've been pretty busy, haven't you?
I'm so happy you played Murder at Lakeshore Manor.
It's a good song.
By this incredible group.
Thank you for giving us some early play on that song.
Oh, you're the only one playing it in the whole world.
Well, you mentioned that Bill Graisley wrote that song and that you mentioned how...
the band did.
Oh, the full band did.
Logan, Isaac, Bill.
It sounds like it, and I think I might have told you this already, it sounds like it could be in a movie easily, like a soundtrack, which, and even the title of the song could be a movie.
Well, we rehearse right across from Lakeshore Manor in Oshkosh, and titles are hard to come by, so...
Well, and since there's no... Zebra Mussel has the luxury of not having any lyrics, so you can just kind of pull random...
No lyrics, no microphones. We are, what do you say, what are all those dudes walking around with their, mixers? We're mix-proof.
Oh. Yeah, what do you think?
We don't need to be mic'd. That's just, we don't need any of that crap.
What do you think of the tablet mixers?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Just another thing that hooks up to something wirelessly and...
and give me a goddamn break. You are not a band if you stick these goddamn things in your ears and you don't have an amp behind you. So that's the end of bands.
So that would be nothing that Zebra Mussel would ever entertain?
Never. In fact, I'm entertaining getting even a couple more big amps. You have to feel the air. You got to be alive. As soon as you put those ear things in and you're going, you're fucking dead. Dead. Music's about being alive. People, stop it with the sappy lyrics. Stop it.
Frank, I love the fact you've played on so many Americana tracks, but it's almost like you've awoken. You've awoken, and you've been talking about Appleton is in danger of not rocking, but now
it doesn't at all.
It seems like now you've reached the point where it's almost like an emergency. Like
no, it's not. It's dead. It's gone. And rocking isn't turning. You can rock and play a soft song. The Appleton, the Fox Valley Symphony Orchestra, they rock. They play what they play with such heart and feel. The conductor is great. He rocks. You can sing the softest ballad in the world and rock. You can play polka and rock. What I hate is smooth. And aiming for smoothness. Call the funeral director. Hello, I'm dead. I just want to imitate people and do a perfect job of it. Fucking A,
That show at the Performing Arts Center, it really did it did do something for you because you posted about it, and we talked about it after that. That was like, that really touched you musically.
Yeah. Oh, it was overwhelming. The power and the emotion of the Fox Valley Symphony Orchestra. They did Mahler's second. I've been a classical music geek since I was 8 years old, and I like it more than anything ever. And I keep up, and I'm one of those people who knows the most obscure new compositions. Oh, Cece.
Pandemonium.
Oh, I dropped something.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, the chair. I knocked it over.
Oh. Well, Cece's okay, right?
I'll let her go.
Yeah.
She'll be fine. Yeah. So Fox Valley Symphony, you rock. You're the greatest. Young people, everybody, go. If you want to really, if you love music, go. And if you love music, you love to rock. If you love music, you love it all, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've been busy with some projects I didn't know you're working on over there at Crutch of Memory with Amos.
Yeah, I'm on vinyl again in Japan. Do you have any fans in Japan?
We might. I don't know.
Well, Amos did a fantastic job. The sounds are extraordinary. Hotline TNT.
And that got a write-up, I think, in Rolling Stone, or he posted somewhere there's a write-up.
Well,
it might not have been Rolling Stone.
There's a lot more than that. It's actually a real record with a real release with real around-the-world activity going on.
How much of when did you get pulled into the process? Was it?
Amos asked me to come by, and if you asked me to be on a Japanese-only release.
So were the main tracks done at that point, or how did you hear it for the first time, and what did they ask you to add to it? Did they give you any direction?
No. I just came in and played with Amos.
With your signature steel guitar?
One of them, yeah. The pedal steel guitar, not the lap steel, not the double neck.
That one is an iconic piece.
It is. Everybody uses it on their little photo things and for the certain events I have played. Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah, well, it definitely looks cool, and I think
Lap King, Jason Dumont, I believe, he built it and had to handle the difficulties of my design, but it's based on his own design. I just made it big.
So how did you just text, or you wrote down what you wanted, or did you draw it out?
Yeah. I mean, he got it right away. I didn't do a damn thing, to be true. I just said, Jason, I'd like a double neck. I don't want a single neck. Why? Because the double neck steel guitar was invented in Wisconsin, the first user ever, in Madison in 1924, I believe. Yeah.
We have to mention how you run Wisconsinology, of course.
Yeah, well, I don't. I mean, I don't do that crap. I mean, you can tell I don't do that. The truth is coming out. Yankee fan since age 7. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I mean, the Yankees aren't bad.
And then my second favorite team, the Chicago White Sox. Love the White Sox.
If you would have said the Chicago Cubs, we would have had a problem.
Who?
Well, so the Pope. He's associated now with the White Sox.
Yeah.
I think he threw out the first pitch down there recently.
He did. And since I've been wearing my favorite team hat, old people give me trouble. Hey, where's your Brewers hat? Blah, 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 yeah, right, whatever. But the kids, and I'm talking about the kids that go to West High School to walk by my house, they all notice right away because they're so focused on brand and identity. I'm just a fan.
Well, you're a fan of film, and you've worked in film. Well, you're also
40 years in it.
Yeah, and you've worked on we haven't talked about it on here yet, but you worked on a Gallagher project, doing some stop motion, right?
I do a lot of stop motion for a lot of projects all the time. I worked on the Gallagher one. A friend of mine edited it, and he pulled me in because I had worked with Gallagher before when he was younger, and very interesting guy, very different. I haven't followed his career. I'm not I don't look him up all the time, but I did work with him, and I had an easy time. And no one else has, apparently, according to the documentary.
Well, you know about how his brother was like imitating him, right? That story.
His brother stole his act eventually, and
didn't Houdini's brother do that too?
No. Do you want me to talk about Houdini's brother? Because I know a lot about this.
You can give me the cliff notes on it. I'm curious.
I'll give you a quick one. His little brother, his little brother Theo, who lived here in Appleton. He was not born here. The youngest of the family was born here, and I believe he became a doctor. His brother Theo became Hardeen, an amazing illusionist in his own right. And he had an entirely different act than his brother. And his personality, Houdini was more anxious, excited, in your face perhaps. Theo was cool, calm, loved fine wine, loved to break it open and tell stories. And he was as well known as Houdini for a brief time after Houdini's death. But great magician, Theo Hardeen. Look him up. So
to this day, why do you think Houdini is more known? Like Houdini's a household name.
Hardeen? Everywhere. I read recently the 5 most recognized single names on Earth. Houdini remains there. Top 5. China, Houdini, they got it, you know. I don't know. But he died a hero to me because he was debunking an industry that's running rampant right now. Yep. All the fake supernatural stuff you see.
Yeah, they've got a nice exhibit over at the castle where they have a table with a...
Yeah, I did that. Here's the funny thing. I brought some people there, and then I did the table without telling them how it was rigged, and then I made it levitate. And not too long, but for, I'd say 2 seconds, I went, hey, what? It's very easy to fool people.
Well, it's a very cruel thing because those kind of people were preying on people that were mourning.
They had a lot of on their agenda of what they were trying to do. They were promoting their particular religion. They were promoting their supremacy. They were all exhibitionists. Because if you read the whole story of that, it's sick. It's sick. And we have a lot of modern practitioners, but I think, supernatural's an industry. In Wisconsin, it's insane. And people think I did it in Wisconsinology long ago. I did not. That's the funny part. Oh, you do ghosts, and no, I don't. And
you're a storyteller.
I tell a few things that I've come across. Do I believe them? No, not one bit. I don't believe any of them because Houdini taught us everything's a trick, and there's a $sign behind that trick.
Do you know what happened with the paper he wrote the word that he said if he came back?
I don't know about that. Did his wife die with that word in her head?
I'm not sure. I feel like
the paper went somewhere. I don't know that.
Obviously now it's so far removed that anything could have come to that. But so the project you're working on that you worked on is going to be a vinyl that you can only get in Japan.
Yeah.
You won't be able to get the vinyl here.
I've done a lot of that type of stuff. Red vinyl single, that sort of thing. Yeah.
And you don't keep copies of the stuff?
I bought Paw. The Paw single I was on, because I like the song so much, because it's about a dog.
Cece. Not about Cece,
it's
but
her favorite song, too. But I love that song, and I do a version of it myself that I might put on record.
Of Jesse?
Jesse, yeah.
We've got a call. I want to talk about that in a bit, though. What's your question for Frank?
All right, this is Drew calling in. And it took me a second to get the call-in number, but when we were talking about Houdini's little brother, it was interesting because I feel like we don't talk enough about style and performing in the Valley, even in like the music scene. Like, you have cover bands playing the same song, so why does one band perform it or sell it better than others, or even just, you look at style points, like how Houdini was more cool and calm and Harry was more anxious, and but yet they both can be successful at the same time. And I don't know, it's kind of an interesting point of discussion that was kind of brought up with Frank. So do you guys think that a lot of stuff has gotten watered down and trying to the same format, or are we still in the same style in the Valley?
Everything's watered down. Everything.
Yeah, I feel I was watching the other day, Josh Priest got fired from the Foo Fighters, arguably one of the best drummers ever. He's got how many recording credits, but Dave said this wasn't vibing, and then I go around the Valley, and this was the part when I was playing before I retired. I just felt like all these bands were doing the same songs, the same way.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember back in audio songs, I wanted to cover songs differently than how they were written. I mean, there's a handful that you got to play them the way they're played, right? It's just what it is. But at the end of the day, just when Frank was talking about the style of the Houdini brothers, I was just kind of do we even talk about that enough anymore? And do you guys feel in the Valley, some bands need to be bolder with style points and how we go about
good point. They need, number one, in general, the bands need to be bolder. Houdini, every single appearance, he held a little something back that he would unveil during the performance. And it was a knockout. It was always a surprise. And it was always something people went home and talked about. A lot of bands, in fact, a genre of music called Americana has sent style points down into the floor, straight down into the floor. I'm just going to come as I am, wear my flannel shirt and strum.
God bless you for saying that.
You're a performer. No one gives a shit anyway. You've got to raise things up and make them give a shit, and not in a forced way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not in that boat at all. It's got to come natural. But you've got to find. This is my whole point. You got to find a way to do what you do and make it rock for the audience. And I brought up the Fox Valley Symphony, which everybody should go to. A lot of young people there that really made me happy to see. And they were into it. They were like that. And I saw one young person in front of me. Some soccer mom was in front of them. And she had to answer her fucking phone, Oh, it's my children, And he tapped her on the shoulder and told her to put that damn phone down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Drew, thank you.
I don't know. I guess to me, to me, it just came down to I hated how I feel everybody can listen to music at home, or they can watch a show and you can why do people go out for that live effect? So,
they go to be amazed. They go to feel something. Oh, there's Cece.
Well, thanks for bringing up the Houdini factoid. It just kind of lit a whole new light bulb of thought into my head, and I'll let you guys roll. I got to get back to work.
Thanks for the call.
Yeah, thank you. That was great. I appreciate that. And if anybody else has a question, we've got the phone working now. So.
Hey, we're at the end of the marathon, aren't we?
We're getting there. We're about 5 minutes and we cut off, so we're getting really close. Got a comment here I want to address. Got a comment from Erin. She said, I have to agree with Drew. You have to make things have your own spin. It's one of the reasons I like Modern Haunting and Before Dawn so much. They feel unique to see. So,
ooh, great name, Modern Haunting. Do you know them?
Yeah, they're good. They definitely rock. I
love the name.
Yeah, they're very, very entertaining and they rock. We need to get you back. I appreciate you ending this, by the way. So 24 hours. I've been broadcasting for 24 hours. It's actually been 26 hours since I got here.
I just read about it, and I had a near panic attack. Do you need help down there? Are you okay?
I appreciate everybody that stopped by and talked and, that checked in on me. I don't think I would do it again, Frank, but if I do next time, you should do the whole thing with me.
a habit from my Philippine days. It's called siesta. I don't think I could do it.
I want to ask you before we run out of time, though, about you doing your version of Jesse, because
actually, I just announced it.
Oh, so you?
I mean, I play it at home by myself all the time.
But you mentioned you were going to be recording, and I'm excited about this.
Yes.
An album of your own stuff, finally, or just of you playing. And this is perfect because you played on the original version of Pause, Jesse, and to have a version that you were just playing and kind of reimagining it as your own, I think is exciting.
Yeah, and just one instrument. And actually two. There's my favorite combination of playing ever was just me and a drummer. And I did have that combination in San Francisco for a while, and it was fun. It's what I do. It's how I hear things in my head. That's why, when hey, Frank, you want to come out and play what kind of music? Americana? No, I like playing alone, and I like playing with a drummer because I just love an inventive drummer or a whacker, who's back there just hitting it as hard as he can and rocking.
Well, you play with a great drummer in Zebra Mussel.
Yes, Isaac.
He's a great drummer. He's in he's in a bunch of bands. He's in, of course, a band with his brother Logan.
Yep. Whose experimental musings on the cello are just fantastic.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard Zebra Mussel, go find them. I don't think you guys have any shows scheduled coming up.
August,
that's the next one?
We're back in August. I'll be on before it.
Yes.
To push it and to bring another single.
Do you know where you're playing?
You know what's great about us? No one gives a shit, so we kind of just... It's kind of show up every now and then.
I love
but it's the best band I've ever been in.
The no microphones thing I love because you guys just put them to the side. We don't need microphones.
Oh, we're mixer proof. We coined that right away because we notice a lot of bands have trouble with their mix.
Also, I'll end it with this for you, Frank. When can we expect this album from you?
Well,
I just want you to put like a deadline on there so that we can hold you accountable to get it done.
Well, I'm gonna make Amos hold me accountable. I'm holding myself accountable. Fall. Yeah.
We'll have to have you on again for the 10-hour long interview and cover everything.
Oh, no. No, it's wonderful you did this. It's great to be here, and it's nice and cool in here.
Ike Arumba said very interesting. I know you had coffee with him recently.
Oh, sure.
So,
yeah.
Hey, Ike. Well, thank you again, Frank, for coming in. It's always an honor to talk with you. And
it's always fun to talk to you.
We'll get you and Tony together
Where's Tony? Tony brings out the absolute worst in me.
We're going to get a show sometime with Frank and Tony. Because
we hate the same things.
We'll see what happens.
Bond on that.